Yes, Halloween is my Christmas every year. Yeah, I love it. It's my favorite part of the year. Hello. Are we recording? Okay. Hello. Hi guys, happy Halloween. It is Campbell from Stitch Therapy, and you have found me, my channel. It's been, holy mackerel, how long? A long time. A long time ago. I was with you a long time ago. Okay, yes, I have been absentee. Apologies for being absentee from the Flosstube. I hope you like the intro. It's a Halloween tradition, I guess. I don't know. Am I 3 years on Flosstube now? Oh, that's crazy. Anyway, I am not the most prolific filming person. I don't film every week. I mean, I really admire people like Jackie, the Comfort Stitcher, and Sarah, Northwood Stitcher, who can put out these regular drips of videos for you. And I'm so glad you have people like that and other floss tubers. I stitch birds in Australia and people like that who will give you a lot of content. So I basically don't. As you guys know, I do this for love and for free. At one point I got into this whole, this is like a total stream of consciousness beginning intro. I will totally get to the patterns and things I want to show you in a minute. So I went into this phase in the very beginning. Well, I want to get 1,000 subscribers like everybody else. I wanted to. Okay, that lasted about seven episodes, and then in my 8th episode, I had to step down because I was, people were not liking the content. And that, but some people were, but I let a couple people, just a couple, who had some attitudes about the way that I speak and the way that I do things and the way that I blah, blah, blah. And it's not a real floss tube because you're not doing X, Y, and Z and you don't have a plan and you're too chaotic and whatever. But then I came back because I found an online group of women who stitch with me every week. And they started saying, hey, why don't you come back? Just do it for love and for free. So that's kind of been my attitude ever since. And if you look back through my videos, and I've tried to number them 1 through whatever this one is, Um, you will notice that there are some with just my hand stitching on Eden. So I went through this whole thing of like tentatively coming back and stitching on Eden and putting music in there, thinking maybe I'll just do a stitch therapy, whatever. You know what? It is what it is, and I am who I am. And if you have just found my channel right now for the first time, welcome. Uh, this is my Flosstube channel, and I do it for love and for free and for fun. And I like to show what I'm doing, and I'm doing a lot of stuff. So hang out, grab yourself a cup of tea. My mug today says, "Gratitude turns what you have into enough." You'd never know that by the way I've been thrifting recently. I know. I said I wasn't gonna. Okay, to my credit, I did not buy any more floss. Okay, because as you can tell, I have enough floss. Okay. And I did not buy any more fabric. I moved the fabric chest over to the other wall because I sort of moved around my stitchy space because my TV is right there and I want to watch my TV while I stitch. And this is my stitching couch. So there you go. It's a foldable Amazon couch. It's very cheap, but the frames that I work on will sit on here when I stitch. Plus I can do my stitch group and stitch in here too. So anyway, so welcome to the stitchy room. This is my stitchy room. And I have, for those of you who are new, I have two dogs, Taki and Tinker, and they are at my feet as I speak. They've had a good run outside. It is Friday, October 31st. It is Halloween. I was able to leave work early today, which was fabulous. Oh, I should probably give you my spiel. I am a therapist by trade and an obsessive cross-stitcher by passion. So I also am a person who loves meditation, mindfulness, and especially spreading meta and good feeling and good vibes out into the universe on my Flosstube channel. So for those of you who have said, when's the next Flosstube? Here it is. And we will do some meta at the end. But I hope you liked the Halloween peeps that I found in Waynesboro, Virginia this year. These are, every year I try and find the new yard decorations for you and new things to show you. So I hope you liked those. I thought they were pretty grand. I thought they were pretty great. We have a lot of very good Halloween vibes in the neighborhood, although I am not in the Hollywood vibe. Hollywood? I'm not in the Hollywood vibe either. I'm not in the Hollywood vibe, and I'm not in the Halloween vibe. I mean, I am. I wore my earrings. I don't know if you can see. I have little witches flying on my earrings. So I do, and I wore some pants with witches and spooky trees on it to work today for my teenage clients, but that was fun. But usually, like, I decorate the office desk, my office door with like a skeleton hand, things like that. But I didn't do anything this year. This has been a particularly kind of rough year for me. Not rough in that, I am blessed. I have the best life ever, and I'm not even going to lie about that. I have a life beyond my wildest dreams, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I've been a person in recovery and coming up 16 years, and I'm very grateful for all of that. But it's been rough, I think, for me because I'm a Bernie Sanders Democrat. Let me put it that way. So for those of you who know what that means. So for me, it's been hard to watch what's going on. And I personally have taken a media blackout. So I don't talk about politics on this channel because I don't care. I mean, I do care. I vote, and that's the other reason why I've been off the channel. Here in Waynesboro, there's been a lot of pop-up rallies. And in Northern Virginia and in DC and all over the world, all over the country, there's been lots of pop-up rallies, and I've been going to those. I've been kind of active that way. The other thing that happened in my family was the death of my beloved brother-in-law from cancer. Fuck cancer. Losing Bill was really hard. He was one of the, probably the only person in my family that saw all of my floss tubes. But he also he and I developed a very special, close relationship. And when my brother was dying of cancer in 2022, he and I was at their house. My sister was with my brother, my sister-in-law, and my niece and nephew at the hospital while my brother was dying. And he and I stayed 10 days together in their house and sat vigil. And we did things around the house, and he went to work and or whatever. We sort of had a routine together, and we talked every morning, and we hung Christmas lights that year. My brother died on December 1st. And so that kind of period of time, Bill and I got really, really close, and he became the other brother. You know, I had two brothers, and now I have one. So I had two brothers, and then I had Bill, so that was three, and now I have one. My brother Patton, who lives in Oregon with his wife and his daughter and grandson. I can say that losing someone who is dear to you sucks, and having those last conversations is draining and exhausting, and being able to say what you need to say to somebody, I highly recommend. Do not hold back, no matter where you are. I don't care, fly across the country, fly across the world. If somebody that is important to you is dying of cancer and they are on their last months or weeks, go see them, because it's really important to do that, I think. And this is my therapist talking. My therapist hat is on right now. Because the process of grieving is hard enough that to have the regret of not saying how much this person means to you, and to thank them for how much they brought into your life, that's the best gift you can give anybody that's on their last breath. Like, that's the best gift, is to say, you gave me this specific thing in my life. You gave me so much, and I love you, and thank you. And yes, I will miss you, but I don't want you to suffer. And when it's time for you to go, feel free to let go. Like, those conversations are really, really important, folks. And I know people don't want to talk about that, and this is a floss tube, and this is, by the way, what people were complaining about. Is that I talk about all kinds of shit before I do my, anyway, sorry. So yeah, I'm not your normal tuber. Anyway, I wanted to let you know where I was, a little bit of a catch up on what's been going on with me, and how my life is now. And I have been doing a ton of stitching. I have 2 full coverages that I've been swapping out page for page. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Eccles2824 on Instagram, ECHOLS 2824, you can feel free to follow me on that. Anyway, I've also been thrifting, and I've got a whole bunch of stacks of stuff here to sort of run down and show you, if that's okay with you. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. And yeah, so let's get at it. Let's get into this stitchy stuff. I should probably put a time code on this, so people who, I'll put a time code. I'll go time. Okay. I don't know what I'll do. I won't. You know me. I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to let this go. Okay, here we go. Let me grab the first stuff. So I went to my favorite thrift shop in Afton, and I got there on a day when there was tons of cool patterns. Oh my glory. There were tons of cool patterns, but I found this little patch. I think it's a Girl Scout patch or a brownie patch. I don't know, but I loved it because I thought, if this is a Boy Scout or a Girl Scout patch or a Scouts patch, look at that. It looks like a mandala. I'm like, do they give patches for meditation? Oh my! So for 15 cents, I got this. I was like, I'm going to have to buy a jean jacket now because this is too cool. See how I did that? Okay. The other thing that I found, oh, pardon me, I'm back. The other thing I found was this beautiful book of birthdays for 50 cents. It's called the Book of Birthdays. And each month has the flower of the month and a pattern. And I can't really, here. It's like, there's the picture of January, right? And then you turn it over and there's a all the days of January here for birthdays that you can, and then there's the pattern is in there again. So every month has the birthday flower and the pattern on it, and I just thought that was super cute. Right? It's called Book of Birthdays. It is produced by, it's 1994, printed in Hong Kong. Meredith Corporation, if you're interested. I mean, that was super cute. I love these little, these things from the tiny patterns that you get in little packages, sometimes with beads or baubles in them. Well, this was just the pattern itself. This is a sweetheart tree pattern, and this was like 10 cents. I think she gave this to me for like 10 cents. Maybe she just threw it in for free, but isn't it cute? Wood Violets, it's called. I thought that was a terrific find. And it's not going to take very long because it's only like 10, 20, 30. It's a 40 by 40 pattern. It's not going to take very long. That's fun. I found this very cool Coachman Creations from Pampama. Let's see, designed, it's an Australian pattern. An Australian pattern in Afton, in a thrift shop in what is it? It's Rockfish Gap, I think it's called, and it's in the Afton Mountains here in Virginia. It's about 20 minutes from my house, and there's a pattern from Australia. Are you kidding? Look at this. Humpbacks. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love it. Look at the detail. And I love how the mama fin is like touching the baby's fin. I just love that. Isn't that cool? I love that so much. Wow. Karen Coachman, Coachman Creations from Australia. And on the back, there are all kinds of other ones. If you're lucky enough to live in Australia and you like these patterns, feel free to go look for it. This is copyright 1995. I don't know if you can still find it, but I love this. I love whales. I love, love, love whales and ocean stuff. So much so that I found another pattern with ocean creatures on it. And this one is an American. It's Across My Heart. Aren't those fun? Look at, it's Flipper. It's Flipper. Flipper. Da, 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 da. And a lighthouse, of course. And then there's, look, it's Dory. It's Dory. We're finding Dory. There it is. And then there are these dudes, which are very pretty, I think. Very pretty. And on the back is more. There's a whale in this one too. That looks like a sperm whale. And then that one. I like that dude. Yes, and a conch shell too. Oh, they had me at conch shell. I love the conch shell. I would do that without the extra background stuff. I would just do the shell itself. And as some of you who know who have been watching, I'm getting into like fabric dyeing. So maybe I'll like do a sea green fabric dye, like a light sea green, and then put that conch shell on it. Ooh, ocean, sea green, cool. Of course, 18 count Ada, of course. Has to be. There's another one that I got that was, I think she gave this to me for like less than 50 cents. It's a book of flowers. Wildflower cross stitch. Isn't it lovely? It is Shirley Watts. Shirley Watts. It is produced in, it says London. 1997, London, reprinted, right? So there's lovely little, I won't go through it, but there's lovely little flowers, and I've been trying to find small little flowers like this for bookmarks that I did, that I showed a couple episodes ago, those dark blue bookmarks. I thought some of these lighter flowers would look really cool on those bookmarks. Maybe, I don't know. This is a die cut. It's not a die cut, it's a stencil, but I really like it. And I got recently one of those kids machines that you can cut images out with cardboard. It's like a cardboard cutter for kids. It's a small box, and it's called the Beaver, I think. And you can draw something on cardboard and then move it around. It goes in circles and you can move it. I just thought this would be really cool to put on a cardboard stencil. I found this in a thrift shop too. I can't believe it. I'm just finding cool things in thrift shops. So I've never done this big of a stencil before, but you never know. I just liked it. It's a wolf. What's not to like? Oh, what's not to like? I love it. What came in the mail? Oh, well, we'll do the mail later. Wait, we'll do mail in a second. Let me show what else I found at the thrift shop. Sweet balloons. This was a World of Cross Stitching extra that just happened to be in the bottom of a box. So, found that. Again, probably 5 cents, 10 cents at this thrift shop. And then this is a Thankful Swan, Lindy Stitches. Hi, Lindy Stitches out there, if you're watching. Hello. So this was in the bottom of a box at the thrift shop. This is a cool thing. I know, I'm getting there, guys. I'm a little chaotic. I'm out of practice, okay? I'm out of practice. One moment, please. Okay. Ugh. All right. And I do have a lot more to show you. Hang on. Okay, so I went to this is another thing from the Afton thrift shop. Now, I love the imagining patterns that have the words all over them, the ones that have like a dog in it and all the dog words are in it. I haven't bought that one yet. But I had looked at this one for a really long time, designed by Ursula Michael, and it is the cross stitch. Oh my goodness! I found it at the thrift shop. It was 50 cents. Oh my goodness! I love it so much. I want to do it on colored fabric. I want to dye some fabric and do it on that. I think maybe like a light blue fabric, maybe something. And I might change some of the colors in here. I did the one with the autism puzzle piece a long time ago, but anyway, so that one I really, really liked, and I liked the dog one, but this was my third favorite, so I found it. So I've done 2 out of my 3 favorite ones. Or I have 2 out of the 3 now. This I'm going to save for last. This is Lighthouse. Look at all these lighthouses. It says, lighthouses here and there, lighthouses of Scotland, Ireland, England, Canada, Alaska, Hawaii, and other states charted for needlework. And I'll give you a close-up. Wow! Aren't those fun? Ooh, fun, 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 fun. Well, they have a quote on one. They have a boat. The boat has a quote. "Oh, sparkling jewel of lantern crown, you guide the mariner's way across the boundless rolling deep, a light through night till dawning day." That's a poem by Jim Gibbs. I'm not sure who Jim Gibbs is, but anyway. So not only do they have the lighthouse patterns, but they have on the back a map of where all of the patterns come from, where all the patterns, where they are located in the world. That's so cool. And this was a grand whopping 50 cents. I also have a thrift shop called Love Inc. here in Virginia, and so some of these patterns I think also came from Love Inc. because I went to those two. There's this one, Silver Creek Samplers. It is Mary Rodder's spelling lesson. Claw of raven, drool of dog, leg of spider, wart of frog, fang of viper, wing of bat, eye of lizards, tail of rat. Isn't that cute? That's Silver Creek Samplers. So cute. 10 cents. I know. I don't mean to brag, but seriously? Okay. Then there was this one, which was again in the 10-cent bin for Halloween. They're just cute. Trick or Treat, Lila's Studio, Lila C. Umstead. And I don't know what year this is, but I just think they're cute. I imagine those could go on like little playing cards. I think I'd use a darker fabric just so that you can see the moon a little bit better. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. That's so cute. Yeah, I like that one. I was just talking to my sister that I have to give away some of my stash or I have to sell it or something. I have a whole stack downstairs so that my niece and nephew don't have to deal with all this stuff if I die suddenly. Either that or I'm going to have to leave it in a grant to somebody who, who wants it. Like I'm turning 60 this year, so yeah, I'm going to have to figure that out. Anyway, this is one called Needle Bling Designs Midnight Ride. Happy Halloween, everybody! Happy Halloween! Yes, I like that one. And that looks like it's done on a nice dye fabric. Yeah. And this is from an Etsy shop. You can find this on Etsy. It says the Needle Bling Designs on Etsy. You can find that there. Let's see. Here is, oh, this is another small one, and I don't know if you can actually see the pattern, but it's called Nightmare Garden Top Knot Stitchers. It's one of those little flyer ones. Can you see that? Oh, it's so cute. Now that I see it on the camera, it's so cute. Yeah, that's a cute one. This was, again, 50 cents. Or maybe this was 10 cents. I don't know. So I found this is a witchy, this is a cross stitch. It looks like a, it's called The Witch and the Cat. And I don't know the company. I think it's the, it's a Chinese company, I think. I don't know. It says, I don't know, but I rescued it from the thrift shop. It had been open, but nobody had ever done anything with it. And I checked, and there's still 14 count Aida in it. And the colors are kind of nice. I'll show you the colors. Here it is. Isn't that cute? And this was a half price. This was $1. So, yeah, The Witch and the Cat. And here are the colors. Those are nice, right? Nice fall colors. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, and it's still got 2 needles on it. So there you go. I think it was already kitted like this, but the top was open, so I just checked it and was like, okay, well, whatever. It's got the pattern in it. That's all I cared about. But it came with 14 count Aida and the fabric and the floss, so that was nice. The Witch and the Cat. I like that. It's cute. Okay. The big find, okay? And this is the one that just made me fall over backwards when I found it. I was checking out at Love Inc. when I was getting these other Halloween patterns. I turned around, in the Halloween display basket at the near the front desk was a pattern sticking out of like a trick-or-treat basket. And there were quilt patterns and other things, but this one was on top. Guys, you don't know how long I've wanted this pattern. I'm going to take it out of the bag. I've wanted this pattern for so long, and it was the most expensive one I bought that day. $2.50. Big spender. Are you ready? I couldn't believe it. Oh my God! It's autumn at Hog Run Hollow. Oh, oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh my God. So great. Oh my stars, man. It is quite stunning. I was just like, well played. Whoever is in charge, the cross-stitch gods, well played. I was at the right place at the right time. I have to tell you, I've had a little bit of a thrift shop drought recently, but this totally makes up for it. These 2 thrift shops over the last couple weekends have really made up for it. Now, on my cross-stitch drought, I went on Facebook Marketplace and I bought some patterns. Yes, I did. One of them, though, was for $5, and it was a gold collection kit, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to get it. She had 2 other patterns. No, where are they? Wait, where are my other kit things? Hang on. She had a book and she had 2 other kits that I don't know where they are. Okay. This was one of them. I love this. Will I ever do this? I have no idea, but I do love this, and I have seen people on Flosstube working on this for years. Yes, I know. It's the Woodland Enchantress. It's 14 by 12, and I think it has, what is it, 16 count gray Ada. But look at the colors, guys. Oh, delish. Delish. Love the colors and the fabric. What makes a gold color collection design special? As a devotee of needlecrafts and creating a masterpiece of color and detail brings me an enormous sense of fulfillment and pride. This is what I do for me, the gold collection. You create the artwork, an heirloom to enjoy for generations to come. Well, it may take me generations to get it finished, but I do love it. I do love it. You guys, I love it. All right. The other thing I found was these patterns, Heritage Craft. So these are made in England. I don't know where I saw the artist. I don't know where I saw these, but I ordered them. I went to the website of Heritage Craft and I ordered them. They're probably the most expensive pattern kits I've bought recently. They were 14 pounds each, I think, which is about $28. Maybe they were like 7 something pounds, but it turned out to be like $14 each or something. I can't remember. I know that my total on PayPal was like $28 or something for the 2. Anyway. So cute. You guys in England probably know this and are like, oh, those are childish or whatever. I don't know. I love them. I think they're really cute. And those of you who have been around with me a while know that I like to have like a stitchy thing at work. I think this would be a great thing to stitch at work. It's really big print pattern. The colors are really nice. It's on a 14 count fabric. Fine, you know, it's a kit with its Weigart fabric, charts, instructions. Seems fun. There's that one. And then of course, because I got one, I had to have the matching one. Look at that. I like the one at the top. That's how I feel sometimes at work, is like, what? What the heck is happening? I love all the expressions on the birds' faces. Actually, maybe I'm the blue one on the bottom. Oh my god, what's going on, guys? I love that. Anyway, so those are the ones that I bought online, just brand new, no thrifting. But what was really nice was when I got this next pattern. Now those were kits. I went on I can't remember which Facebook thing it was, or if it was, I know, buddy. I don't know. This is, okay, Taki wants to come up and say hi. Okay, hang on. Okay, are you done? Okay. I'm sorry, trigger warning, dog in the house. Okay. Okay, guys, calm down. Okay, are you done? Okay. So I don't know where I got this next pattern. I really don't. I bought 2 patterns from, I don't know. I don't know where I got them. I got them online somewhere. I don't know. But I like them. And I got them, they were in a discount, something, because they weren't very expensive. But anyway, I got this one. Really like that. I don't know if this was overseas either. Arlene Studio, Rabbit Ramble. I just think that's a really cool, cute. It's like a rabbit sampler kind of thing. I just really like that. I think it's adorable. It's a sampler that would be my speed, you know. I could see myself actually doing that. I know I have samplers kitted up to do. We'll talk about that in 2026, shall we? Okay. This is the other one that I liked. And I don't know anything about this. It's in Latin and I have no idea what it is, but I just thought the image of this, I know I saw somebody doing this a long time ago on a floss tube, and I have no idea who it was, and so I can't even tell you what floss tube it was. But Arlene Studios, I don't know. And when they sent me these patterns, they sent me 2 little free gifts to say thank you, which was so nice. Angel of Joy, a quick stitch, Angel of Joy, which was so sweet. This little tag, free gift, thank you. And then this one was Spring Welcome. That was just delightful. It was so delightful. I think it was a stash sale online from somebody on a Facebook, and I can't remember who it was or where it was, and so I apologize for being flaky and not remembering where that was. I had 2 Halloween stitches that I was going to show you, and I don't know where they are now. Oh well. I do have magazines that came in the mail. Shall we look at those? So for those of you that are subscribers, Punch Needles and Primitive Stitches has 25 new patterns out. And maybe if you have a needle workshop near you, you could get this. I don't know. There you go. Ta-da! There are lots of lovely stitches. There's lots of lovely, cool punch needles. If you like houses, there's a house there this time. There's a little stitch. The goblins will get you if you don't watch out. Oh, the goblins. Yes. And I earmarked a pattern that I would like to do. This one. Isn't that delightful? So much fun, you guys. Isn't that sweet? Again, I think I would do it on a darker dyed fabric so that you can pick up the moon. And because I have some dark dyed fabric, I might. You never know. But this also came in the mail. 'Tis the season. And look at that little dog. Guess who's going to be doing that little dog? Yes, me. Me. And I'm also going to do that Santa. I'm going to do that Santa. That is adorable. That is super cute. So just cross stitches out. So get your copy. This is what I wanted to show you. This is this is a kit for Halloween that I absolutely love. That I got, I guess, from some stash somewhere in the year. But I've been waiting since Halloween for Halloween to get it started. So here it is. It's a Riolas kit. And I know this is online and you can get it from Etsy. You can get it from lots of different places. You can get it probably on Amazon Marketplace. I don't know. But I found it in a stash that somebody was getting rid of stash and on Facebook Marketplace. And I found it and I didn't realize it was in the bottom. It was in the bottom. And I was so excited. Yay! So sometimes the unexpected pops out of a, you know, you buy something and you think, oh, this is just going to be something. And here it is. I was like, wow, that and the Hawk Run Hollow. Oh, come on. So yeah, I think that's it. Besides these ginormous patterns, which I don't know if anybody out there would even be interested in these, but these are from thrift books. If you go to thrift books, they have patterns that people are selling from different places, and one of them is Serenity Stitch Works, and they come in book form. So, and they are very large print, and I like that about them. I also like that some of the patterns I plan to only do part of it, and then I'll just leave the rest. They're full coverages, but I'm only going to do part of these. So this one, oh, how cool is that? So I'm going to do the shoe and the butterfly and the cloud. That's the plan. Like I said, I have to live long enough to do this, guys. So I went through the pattern and I marked off the pages that would need to be stitched on, and then I put little marks saying half a page, a quarter of a page, um, and like you can see like little sections of bars for the page, right? So they have the pages laid out, and you can mark out the pages that are the ones that you would need to finish to do that for full coverage. So I think I'm going to do that on a, I'm going to again do some dyed fabric and then put the shoe. I just love that so much. Ugh. And this is called Surreal Skyline Silhouette Heel by SerenityStitchworks.com. And I got it on Thrift Books for, I think these were $7 a piece, if I'm not mistaken. So there was that one. This is the same company, same purchase from Thriftworks, Serenity Stitchworks. This is Whimsical Harlequin Daydream. Again, I'm not going to do the background. I'm just going to do the face. Isn't she fun? I think I'm not going to worry about the little tea lights and all of that stuff in the background. I'll just do it on a blue dyed fabric and do the Harlequin so that it'll like pop out 3D on a, but isn't she delightful? Isn't that fun? Yeah, I think she's really fun. I like that. Yeah. And this is Llamas Gone Wild. Jeez. Okay. Dude, no drama, llama, dude. I had a client today tell me I have a llama on my office door. And as we were leaving, the client said, "Oh, I don't like llamas. Have you ever tried to shear a llama? They spit and they bite and they kick you." I'm like, "No, I just think they're cute and I put them with flowers in their hair on my wall. I don't know. They're just cute. They're no drama llamas." It's the theme of our office. It's a therapy office. Get it? No drama llama. Ha ha. Anyway. So this is another one I'm going to do on colored fabric and not worry about the background. I'm just going to do the figure and the base. Isn't that great? I might do some of the clouds. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I feel like that would be really cool. Again, it's surreal red dress with top hat. And I like the checkered floor. I'd love to get my needles in there and do those checkered floors. That looks fun. That looks like very, very fun. Yeah, I like that. I recently did on top of everything else that's been going on, I've been involved in a community group in my recovery program, and we did a performance of a play based on the Wizard of Oz. It was sort of a fractured version of the Wizard of Oz called Surrender Dorothy. And so I found this pattern on Thriftworks, and it is the Wizard of Oz black work embroidery pattern. I guess you guys might have already seen this. I mean, I feel like I'm so late to the game with a lot of these patterns that I find them and I'm just like, "Ooh, I want to buy that. I want to buy it." So, isn't that beautiful? Let me see if I can get close up. Ooh, ooh, isn't that great? I'll try and go slow. It's a lot to look at. It's a lot to look at. It's a lot to look at, you guys. It's a lot. Oh my goodness, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh my goodness. And boy, black work is just basically backstitch. It's all backstitch. And the good news about this book form is that the patterns are really big. Look how big the pattern is. It's really big. It's easy to read. And it's all one color, you know? And people have told me that when you actually start doing black work, it goes pretty easy because you end up getting the rhythm of where the next thing is. And it's not like cross stitch where you have to go across and then count and whatever. You just basically follow the needle on the line. And so Yeah, and when it's this big print, it was recommended to me to get the big print and not the small print version. Um, and yeah, it's The Wizard of Oz Advent Tale by Natalia Krivon Kri- Kronosova, maybe. Anyway, I really love this. Wow. Anyway, there's that. Okay, it's whip time. The whips I've worked on have been Soul and Intellect and Steampunk Cat Daddy. And to refresh your memory, Soul and Intellect looks like this. And this is my progress. Pretty cool, huh? Like her face is really starting to come out. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. I am really, really liking the colors. And I'm liking how it is very 3D. And I am so glad that I started this pattern again. For those of you that don't remember, I was working on this a long time ago, and I was working from the middle out, and I couldn't figure out the skin tones, and I didn't know why there was green on skin, and it weirded me out, so I stopped. And that was because I was trying to redo color coding. I am so glad I'm doing the pattern as is according to the code, the colors given, because the 3D that's happening on her face, oh my gosh, it's stunning. It is so much fun to stitch. I am doing this on a 22 count Lugana, um, and I am having a ball. The page one took about 16 days. Page two so far, this is only 5 days of stitching, or 4 days of stitching. Pretty good. I've been stitching after work. It's my favorite thing to stitch right now after work. When I finish a page, I switch over to my other full coverage, which has been the last couple of weeks. My other full coverage is Steampunk Cat Daddy. And I will show you that picture here while I go get it. Okay. And this is my progress from Steampunk Cat Daddy. It's being done on 18 count Ada 2/1, and this is page 1 and page 2. So far, so good. Wow, I'm really noticing details that I didn't notice when I was stitching it, that I'm looking at that now. Just that little bit of the top hat and the top of the steamer. There's details in the top hat I didn't even notice were there until I just looked at it now on the camera. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pretty great. Pretty great. 18 count Ada is my jam. Um, Eden was done on an 18 count. And that is the big full finish of this video. For those of you who have been waiting a long time, I'm really sorry. I showed you it when it came out of the frame with the Eden special video. But here is a picture of the completed framed Eden. Yep, there she is. Pretty beautiful. I would show it to you in person, but she's hanging on the wall of my office because I want to see her every day and she cheers me up. So that is a pattern by Holly Sierra. Holly Sierra has been traveling the world this year. She's been all over the world. I look at her Facebook page and I see her in Italy and France and Rome. And so she's not in Sedona right now. I don't know where she is in the world. She did email me back and she did say, I would love for you to interview me, and that will be wonderful whenever we get a chance to do that. I haven't had a chance to get in touch with her. I actually emailed her back and said, let me know when you're back in the country so I can have some FaceTime with you or video or Zoom with you or whatever, or I'll come to Sedona and interview you, no problem. That was about April or May when I asked her that, and or whenever I finished Eden. I can't remember what day it was, but um, yeah. So I just haven't we haven't been able to do that interview yet, but that's something for the future. And maybe in 2026 I'll be able to have an interview with Holly Sierra because she's an extraordinary artist, and I'd love to be able to share um, what she does with you and why I fell in love with this pattern in 2008, and maybe a little bit of history about when she painted it, what she was, what inspired her to paint this goddess of Eden this way, and the colors that she chose for her palette, and how my stitching of it maybe doesn't match her exact palette, but I mean, it was only 48 colors. Can you believe it? It was only 48 colors. Um, Anyway, that's my full finish. Those are my whips. Those are my patterns and some of the stash that I've been playing around with recently. I think that's it for me. Taki's sitting next to me here on the sofa. It's Halloween. I don't have any decorations up. I don't have any pumpkins carved. I wore my earrings and my fancy pants for the kids, but oh, Taki, he's letting me know it's time to stop. Um, yeah, so I have my Stitchy group online tonight, and I hope all of you are stitching somewhere, maybe with a little tea, piece of candy, something with you, and that you're having great joy in your life, no matter what's going on. Just know that there are those of us out there who are stitching with you. I'll close with a little meta like I like to do. So if you don't want to do meta with me, then feel free to turn off the video now, and I'll just say bye now. Bye now. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. And may whatever you're be stitching be glorious and be fruitful. Happy Halloween, happy fall, and I'll see you next time. Peace to you guys. Bye.